Good morning students. Welcome back to today's online class. So last class you have learned about the environmental science, and after that you have learned biogeochemical cycle. So biogeochemical cycle can be classified into three types. They are water cycle, nitrogen cycle, carbon cycle. Last classes you have learned about water cycle, nitrogen cycle. So different processes involved in water cycle as well as in the nitrogen cycle. So water cycle involved the processes such as evaporation, transpiration, condensation, precipitation, runoff, percolation and infiltration. And the nitrogen cycle involved the different processes such as nitrogen fixation, nitrogen assimilation, ammonification, nitrification and denitrification. So we have learned in the last class. Today we are going to learn about the next cycle, that is carbon cycle. Carbon cycle. So in the earth there are various types of carbons present on the earth. So, the carbons are in the form of elemental form as well as in the combined form. The elemental form of carbon present on the earth is graphite, diamond, etc. And the combined forms are carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide and carbonate salt. So elemental forms of carbon present on the earth is such as graphite, diamond, etc. And the combined forms are they are carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide and carbonate salt. So and also in the atmosphere, see the carbon, it is present in the mostly it is present in the form of carbon dioxide. So in all living organisms also made up of carbon molecules, that is in the form of proteins and nucleic acid. All the living organisms also made up of carbon molecules. They are in the form of protein and nucleic acid. So in the atmosphere it consists of carbon molecules. Mostly it is in the form of carbon dioxide. This atmospheric carbon dioxide that can be entered into the plant body by the process of photosynthesis. We all know during photosynthesis the plant, they can absorb the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and the light energy from the sun and the water from the soil, and in the presence of chlorophyll they are preparing the food carbohydrates. So during photosynthesis the carbon molecule that is present in the atmosphere in the form of carbon dioxide, that is enter into the plant body. And it can be converted into carbohydrates. Now from the plant body the carbon molecule that can be enter into the animals. So the herbivores, first the plants, the producer, they are absorbing the atmospheric carbon dioxide and prepare the food, say by the process of photosynthesis. What is photosynthesis? It is the process by which green plants synthesize carbohydrates by using carbon dioxide, water, sunlight and in the presence of chlorophyll. That process is called photosynthesis. So the atmospheric carbon dioxide, it can be absorbed by the green plants and they are preparing the food, that is carbohydrates. See, this plant can be eaten by the herbivores. What are herbivores? Plant eating animals are called herbivores. These animals, they can be consume the plants for their food. Now the carbon molecule that is enter into the herbivores. The herbivores can be eaten by the carnivores. Now it is entered to the carnivores. So after the death of these plants and these animals, the dead organic matter can be decomposed by the decomposers, and during decomposition the gas is evolved, that is called carbon dioxide. Again this carbon dioxide released to the atmosphere. Have you understood? So the atmospheric carbon dioxide can be absorbed by the plants during photosynthesis. It can be, the carbon molecules can be transferred to the next trophic level, that is herbivores. Then it is transferred to the carnivores. So after this death of the animals as well as the plants, these get decomposed by the decomposers such as bacteria and fungi. During decomposition, the gas is evolved, that is carbon dioxide. Again this gas is released to the atmosphere. So likewise the carbon dioxide again released to the atmosphere. And also, so during decomposition, carbon dioxide is released to the atmosphere. And also when the fossil fuel, when it is burned, the carbon dioxide, it can be released to the atmosphere. So likewise the carbon dioxide, it is released to the atmosphere, and during photosynthesis it can be entered into the plant body. Then it is transferred to the herbivores and carnivores. So after the death of these animals and plants, again decomposition is taken place by the decomposers, and the gas is evolved. That gas again it is released to the atmosphere. So likewise the cycle is taken place. That cycle, see here, the carbon molecule, it can be transferred from one organism to another organism. So that cycle, it is called carbon cycle. Carbon cycle. Next one is human impact on carbon cycle. So the human activities affect the carbon cycle, that is burning of fossil fuel, deforestation. So due to that the carbon dioxide, it can be released to the atmosphere. So more carbon dioxide that is present in the atmosphere in the form of carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, etc. So this carbon dioxide, more carbon dioxide, it is present in the atmosphere. This carbon dioxide, it is called greenhouse gas. It is called greenhouse gas. See, it will affect the environment. So due to the increase in carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, it will increases the temperature on the earth, that is global warming and greenhouse effect, and taken place by increasing the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. So this is about carbon cycle. So carbon cycle, mostly carbon, it is present and on the earth in the various form, that is elemental form such as graphite, diamond, etc. and combined forms are carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide and carbonate salt. So these carbon molecules, all living organisms are made up of carbon molecules. It is in the form of nucleic acid and proteins. See, these carbon molecules can move from one organism to another organism. So first the plants, the green plants, absorb the carbon dioxide in the form of carbon dioxide by the process as photosynthesis. During photosynthesis, they absorb the carbon dioxide, and the carbon molecule enter into the plant body. Again it is transferred to herbivores, then to carnivores. Then during decomposition, say the carbon dioxide, again it is released to the atmosphere. And also during respiration. So plants, during photosynthesis, plants taken in carbon dioxide and releasing of oxygen. And during respiration, see the plants and animals are there respire. So during respiration, they are releasing the carbon dioxide to the atmosphere. So plants and animals, during respiration, they are releasing carbon dioxide to the atmosphere. And during burning of fossil fuel also, the carbon dioxide, it can be released to the atmosphere. So again the atmospheric carbon dioxide taken by the plants by the process of photosynthesis. Again it is transferred to the animals, then decomposed, again it is released to the atmosphere. So this process of cycle, it is called carbon cycle. So next one is adaptation in plants. So adaptation in plants. First you can know about what is adaptation. So any features of an organism or its parts, it enables under condition of its habitat. It is called adaptation. So for example, say when we are taking fish, it can live only in water. It cannot live on land. So based on that, their body structure, their features, everything changed. So it cannot live on the land, it can live only in the water. So they are based on that environment, the adaptation, the character is changed. So here adaptation, any features of an organism or its parts, it can enable to exist under condition of its habitat. What is habitat? Living place. So based on the habitat, their living features are changed. That is called adaptation. Adaptation. That is called adaptation. So in plants, so on the basis of water, necessity of water, the plants can be classified into three types. They are hydrophytes, xerophytes, third one is mesophytes. So on the basis of water necessity, the plants can be classified into three types. They are hydrophytes, xerophytes and mesophytes. Today we are going to learn about some characteristic features of hydrophytes. So the first one is, first you can know about what are hydrophytes. Hydro means water, phyto means plant. Hydro means water, phyto means plant. So water plants are called hydroplants. Here the hydrophytes are seen in the water or near the water. So the plants which are seen in water or near water, it is called hydrophytes. So the hydrophytes consist of free floating plant and submerged plants which can be seen in river, ponds, lakes and in marine habitat. So it can live in the water or near in water. So the hydrophytes have some challenges. They have to face some challenges when they are living in the water. What are the challenges they are facing in the water? The first one is, there is more water. Availability of water is more as they need. So they need for their processes, they need only little amount of water for doing all the activities, but they are living in more water than that they need. So that is the first challenge. Second one is, the plant body that can be damaged due to water current. So due to water current, the plant body can be damaged. So that is the second challenge they are facing when they are living in the water. The third one is, the water level. Often we can know, the pond, lakes and all, sometimes there is more water, sometimes the level of the water is decreased. So the level of water is changed, water level is changed often. That is the challenges faced by the hydrophytes. They are living in the water. So first one is, first challenge is, the availability of water is more than that they need. Second one is, water current damage the plant body. Third one is, the water level they can change. Often it is changed. So that is the challenges faced by hydrophytes. Next one is adaptation of hydrophytes. So what are the characters that is present in the hydrophytic plant? The first one is the poorly developed root that is present in hydrilla. So the hydrilla is a submerged plant that is living under the water. So the root is poorly developed and the root is completely absent in Wolffia. So for the root poorly developed root in hydrilla and the root is completely absent in Wolffia. The second one is the plant body is reduced, so completely reduced in lemna. Plant body is reduced in lemna. Third one is the submerged plant. That is the example hydrilla. It consists of finely divided leaves. So hydrilla consists of, it is a submerged plant. It consists, the leaves are modified, that is finely divided. You all know, see the stem portion, the leaves are finely divided. That is the characters of the hydrilla. The fourth one is, see often the water level will get changed in the pond, river, etc. So based on that, see the leaves, the petiole of the leaves can be, the length it is changed. That is in lotus, the petiole, the leaf consists of petiole, the stalk of the leaf is called petiole. So it consists of long petiole. So why it consists of long petiole means often the water level can change. So due to that, so it can increases the length of the petiole. Then fourth one is in Eichhornia. It's Eichhornia. Eichhornia, the petiole consists of swollen petiole. It consists of air chambers. So the petiole is swollen. So it consists of air chambers. Here the leaf is there. This is the stalk of the leaf. It consists of spongy air space, air chambers. So why? What is the purpose of this air chambers present in the petiole? So it helps the plants to float on the surface of the water. It helps to maintain the buoyancy on the water. So these are the adaptation present in the water plants. So hydrophytes, what are hydrophytes? Hydrophytes are water plants. So, these plants are seen in water or near the water bodies. These hydrophytes on the basis of water. These hydrophytes are present in the water or near the water. See, these hydrophytes are facing some challenges. What are the challenges? The first one is, see, availability of water is more than that they need. Second one is, the water current damage the plant body. Third one is, the level of water is differ. That is, and it can maintain the buoyancy in the water. That are the challenges faced by hydrophytes. Then adaptation. So for the first one is about the root. So the poorly developed roots are present in hydrilla and the roots are completely absent in Wolffia. Second one is about the plant body. The plant body are reduced in lemna. Third one is the submerged plant. The hydrilla consists of finely divided leaves. And fourth one is, the water level often get changed. So based on that, the length of the petiole of the leaf can be modified. That is, the length can be increased. The long petiole, it is present in lotus. And fifth one is in Eichhornia, the petiole consists of air chambers. So the petiole is swollen. It consists of spongy air chambers. It helps the plant to float on the surface of the water. So these are the adaptation of hydrophytes. So today we have learned about carbon cycle and adaptation in plants. In adaptation, there are three on the basis of water availability. The plants are classified into three types. They are hydrophytes, xerophytes and mesophytes. Today we can learn about xerophyte. Next class we can learn about today we learn about hydrophytes. Next class we can learn about xerophytes and mesophytes. Okay, students, now you can take the textbook and mark the questions. First choose the correct answer, you can mark. Take page number 300. Choose the correct answer. Roman letter 1, choose the correct answer. Third question. The atmospheric carbon dioxide enters into the plant through the process of photosynthesis. Fourth one. Increased amount of gas in the atmosphere result in greenhouse effect and global warming. Carbon dioxide. Then Roman letter 3, say true or false. Correct the false statement. First one, nitrogen is a greenhouse gas. See, the statement is wrong. So you can write false. Now you can correct the statement. In the place of nitrogen, you can write carbon dioxide. Next, Roman letter 5, answer briefly. Third one, what is adaptation? Take page number 294. Adaptation of plants. The heading, under that heading, first three lines. Any feature of an organism or its parts that enable it to exist under condition of its habitat is called adaptation. Any feature of an organism or its parts that enables it to exist under condition of its habitat is called adaptation. Then fourth question, what are the challenges faced by hydrophytes in their habitat? Under adaptation of plants, first side heading hydrophytes, under that second para. First para, the last line, hydrophytes face certain challenges in their habitat. They are availability of more water than needed, water current may damage the plant body, water levels may change regularly, maintain buoyancy in water. That 4 points. Okay students, you can learn what are the question marks you have marked today. Learn very well. Thank you students.